Brian here, gonna make a video real quick. I'm gonna do my oil catch can. It's time to check this, and it just touches on a point that I see over and over, not over and over and over, not as much now, but turbo cars, you know, and supercharged and forced induction cars. Do you really need a catch can? And then the obvious answer is, God, you're not thinking with all your brain cells if you think otherwise, with all the people that show that, you know, every 1,000 miles I'm collecting, let's just say, 1.5 ounces of blow-by, and blow-by is not a good material. It's oil that gets blown by the pistons and gets sent back in through the oil, and it's got all kinds of, can have sulfur and fuel and moisture. And so you're basically taking that content of 1.5 ounces every 1,000 miles, let's say, and you're dumping that back into the intake valves on a direct injection engine. So let's say that's over 15,000 miles, which some people, that can happen in 6 months or 3 months. Me, it's more probably going to be, you know, in maybe the 2-year range. But let me just put that into context. You're going to take a quart of oil. You see, this isn't the right. Oh, here's an oil. Yeah, you're going to take this oil, and that's 17 quarts in 15,000 miles, and you're just going to pour this into your intake. I know that's an extreme situation, but you know, the important thing to notice is you're not going to notice it done slowly over time. You know, some people have said, well, I don't notice the car running any different because it's happened slowly over 20,000 miles. You expect daily to feel a difference, you know, over you know, at 6 months or a year, you're not going to notice a little drop in horsepower or a little rougher running motor. It blows my mind to think that, but, you know, people are free to their own opinions, you know. I mean, this is still America, so free to your own opinions, but I just don't want people to discount how important catch cans are. And then you've got catch cans. Your typical person that gets a catch can and doesn't research it, doesn't get a good catch can, and then comes and opens it up and checks it, and it's got some oil in it, and they're like, oh wow, it's working, but it's not capturing all the oil blow by. Partial capture of some oil blow by looks amazing. It's working. It's only partially working. So you want to get a good catch can, and I believe that Mishimoto is the best for this car right now. And then it's going to capture, you know, probably 95% instead of 30%, 40%. But I'm going to open this up real quick. I've got with about 6,000 miles, so this has over maybe, you know, 1,100, 1,200 miles of oil content in there. And the car's been run a lot more, and I've changed my oil twice, you know, before. In the middle, I just changed my oil about 200 or 300 miles ago. So let's check this out. Show you, I'm not pulling any tomfoolery. I'm going to take this off. It's so hot in here, my hands are sweating. Can't get a grip on my tool. Okay, I won't make you watch me take it all off, so I'm going to just skip to that big pause. All right, I'm going to take this off. Alright, I'm going to take it over here. I'm going to move you real quick. All right, well, here's for comparison, and I drained, let that sit and drain. There's still a lot of oil residue that you can't get out just by wiping that out. This is what got collected. It's pretty black, well, actually got some red to it. I guess that's the oil, but watery, a lot more watery than just straight oil. Yeah, so just on my car, would say just 20,000 miles, and you take 20 of these, that'd probably be a jar that tall, or maybe that tall, all the way full with oil. 20 of those, yeah, maybe that right in that area. Not quite a quart, but let me step back. But definitely a lot of oil. So, putting that in your car over 20 different times, that's not good. Let's understand that. So yeah, that's the oil that I got. So there you go, make up your own mind. Really like the Mishimoto catch can with all the research I did. That is by far, I think, the best right now. There's some other cans that are quality, like JLT, and some other brands that are carried by the major stores, the major big companies that stock all kinds of parts. You can't find the cheaper brands there because they just don't have the reputation and the quality and the research. So a place like Jegs and Summit Racing that carry thousands and thousands of parts for different cars, they carry all the Mishimoto brand stuff. The Mishimoto parts and components, cooling components, and Mishimoto goes above and beyond to research and develop and test their products. So that is just as important. So there you go. Catch you on another video.